Yeah, g'day guys. Today's pretty exciting. I finally made a decision on which motor to go with, the Barra or the small block V8, the AMC. Got myself a bit of a brew, so let's go and have a chat in the shed. Here we go. I have made a decision. I really do like the sound of a V8, the AMC motor that I've got. It's transmissions and things like that, and a bit of a summary from the last video we did on this project. And I also do like the Barra. It's quite a modern engine, so many things you can do with it. So I'm definitely going to use the Ford Barra in another project. So the Barra's aside, it's sitting on a trolley at the moment, ready to, I'll just acquire some more parts and I'll be able to put it in another vehicle of some kind. So stay tuned for that one. That's coming up real soon, hopefully. Anyway, so we're going with the AMC 360 cubic inch, 5.9 litre small block for this project, this one. So I looked at all of the comments that people made on the last video. Now there's quite a few that said, oh, if the Barra was turboed, I'd go with that one. The small block would sound better, it would be more appropriate. There was heaps of other comments all about, you know, what people thought, which was good, and it was good to have some sort of a feedback from you guys. It did help the decision. And I'm definitely going with the small block. I'm definitely going with the small block because I've had to start accumulating parts, you know, like I needed a transmission. So I've actually got a transmission, and it was actually donated by Gary from AMC Restorations. You know, it's a AW4, that's 4, AW4. It does come out in a Jeep. It does bolt up to the AMC 360, and I'll be using that one. I'm just waiting for a torque converter to turn up and a few other things. I know it's an electronic box and it's supposed to have a TCM, you know, transmission control module, but we're just going to run with it manually and maybe just have a switch because it's got solenoids which control what gears and so forth it goes into. So we may just have a switch for second, because you can manually select first and then third, and then you need a switch for overdrive, so, and a switch for second. So reverse and park and all the other neutral, they all work manually, but to have those other gears you do need a little bit of mucking around to get the extra gears. So if I wanted it to shift automatically, I would have to get a TCM, a transmission control. It's not like I'm driving this every day, so we're just going to run with the manualized sort of way of doing it. Manualized, yeah. I wanted to get a 727, come out standard with that 360, but just availability, there wasn't one when I needed it. So I've got hold of this one, and Gary was nice enough to donate it towards the project, which is very, very good. And I've also purchased a few other parts through him and Steve from AMC Rambler Spares Australia, and I'll put both their links down below in the description for Facebook pages, and you can contact them for parts and things like that. Gary does the restoration side of everything, so you can certainly contact them for that kind of stuff. So I've got a transmission. The 360 that we got, it was sitting under a bench of a fellow we purchased it from. It wasn't being used and hasn't been for many, many years.
I think we need to take the sump off. That is after I pulled the drain plug and left it overnight. Oh, yuck. That's kind of like grease. Yeah, that's pretty gungy. Look at that. How long has that been sitting? pretty good viscosity on that one.
Progressing along with getting parts and things together, I just wanted to be able to put this video together just as a bit of an update to show you guys where we're at and what decision that we came to. I did want to really try and put the motor and the transmission in the car, but sort of time didn't prevail. So as you can see, I've sort of got this motor pretty much apart other than the combustion chambers, so I don't really need to see inside there. We've already ran a borescope through all the cylinders and it all looks pretty good. We're just tidying up the top of the engine and also the bottom off. Yeah, it's not real good. So today's video was just a bit of an update on where we're at with it. Things got a little bit busy during the week and I wasn't able to do anything last weekend. Anyway, so because I still got a day job and just trying to fit this project in on the weekends and things like that, family sort of commitments and things like that. So, and I will get this, I'll get this done. The next stage will be to, I probably won't show the reassembly of the engine or anything. That's not really what this show's about, engine assembly or anything like that. I'm not an engine rebuilder, and it's not going to be a performance engine, so we're just going to put it back as stock. We just wanted to make sure it was clean and everything worked, which was a good thing that we did pull it apart. We found a couple of lifters that rattled. You pick them up and they rattle. It's really strange. I've never seen them like that. So they've been not damaged, they've been faulty for a long time. So we're about to replace all the lifters and a few other things. So I'm not going to show you any of the footage of reassembly of the engine. The next video you'll see me putting the motor together with the transmission. So we'll get the body off of this thing and then roll the chassis out a bit and put the motor and transmission all in there and start looking at tail shafts and things like that. And then how much of the firewall we need to cut out, which is going to be the next trick. Hopefully we don't have to cut out any, but I think it's going to be more than just a massage with a hammer. So I think we're going to have to cut it out, or part of the firewall, the lower part anyway, resheet metal it in. So that means we may have to pull the dash out, things like that. Things you got to do. I've also collected a few other parts. I've got the radiator, which come out of a Falcon. It should be big enough for the small block, and a few other bits and pieces. We're going to be using that. It's going to have thermo fans on it, so I may have to cut out part of the bumper bar, like the rear, if you know what I mean. Hang on, I'll just show you. So I may have to take out this part of the front cross mount. There's the original radiator support brackets for the little 4-cylinder. So this bar may have to come out. Not really worried about it as strength wise. There's the chassis rail, the original one. So it'll be plenty strong enough. And the top support bar here will certainly hold, you know, where the bonnet bracket is and things like that. So I may just have to make up something that connects this across. So we'll see where that sort of goes. That will make the radiator fit a whole lot easier. I may have to cut out a few, you know, part of the back of the bumper bar and things like that. I wanted to try and keep the original bumper bar, make it look a little bit sort of, it might sound kind of funny, but I want it to still look a little bit stealthy. I don't know how with these wheels on it. And anyway, so I wanted the outside to try and look fairly, you know, original, if that made sense. Original? No. The outside to look fairly stock. So other than the big monster wheels and the big huge chassis underneath, and like, I mean, you'll be able to see the radiator through the bottom part here. I'm thinking about making a big bull bar. I haven't really worked out a design yet. I can certainly make it all myself. So yeah, the part of the firewall I may have to trim out is this lower section from here. I may have to just cut out part of this. Not quite sure yet until I get the motor in the sitting on the chassis itself. I'm going to remove the body and get back to welding those brackets. These brackets are only all just tacked into place, so they'll all be fully welded once I remove the body off the chassis. That's the challenge of having to put on unusual engines with unusual transmissions into very unusual motor cars onto very unusual chassis. So nothing's original, as to say. Nothing's gonna go easy. So this is a post-apocalyptic build update. Thank you for watching, you guys, and appreciate all the new subscribers that have come across from DJ's channel, Automotive Carnage. So I appreciate all you guys coming along for the ride. Let us know if you like this kind of thing. you know, certainly let me know. And any other ideas that you have that you want me to do on this vehicle, like what the outside's going to look like, something a bit different. Guys, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. And oh, don't forget, watch out for zombies. They're coming.
Watch out.